Apple. The apple is probably the most well-known fruit in the world, at least in cooler climates. While the modern apple is eaten globally, it originally came from the wild forests in Central Asia, near the Caucasus Mountains, where the wild ancestor of the fruit still grows. The spread of the apple was largely thanks to the Roman Empire. Roman soldiers introduced the fruit to Europe, where farmers began growing and improving it over time. The sweet, juicy apples we pick up at the grocery store today are very different from their small, sour ancestors. That transformation happened through thousands of years of farmers selecting and growing the best ones, resulting in thousands of different modern varieties, each one bred to grow well in a specific region or to appeal to different tastes in the market. Pineapples. Pineapples come from South America and were named by early Europeans for the resemblance to pine cones. In 17th and 18th century England, a single pineapple could cost the equivalent of $8,000 in today's money. It got so extreme that people would actually rent pineapples for a night just to carry one around as an accessory or place it on the table at a party. Hosts would leave the fruit out until it started to rot, basically as a way of showing off how much they could afford to waste. Pineapples contain an enzyme called bromelain that literally breaks down proteins, which is why you get that tingling feeling on your tongue after eating a fresh one. Kiwi fruit. Kiwi fruit actually comes from China, where it was called the Chinese gooseberry and used as food and medicine. New Zealand farmers got hold of the seeds in the early 1900s, developed the variety we know today, and renamed it kiwi fruit after the kiwi bird to make it more marketable. The kiwi is technically a berry. With fuzzy skin you can actually eat and a bright, colorful inside. Most people are familiar with the green kind, but there are also golden and red varieties. Golden kiwis have smooth skin and taste sweeter, while red kiwis are rare and have a cool pattern inside. Kiwis contain a natural enzyme called actinidin that helps your body break down protein and may help with digestion. Orange. The orange as we know it doesn't exist in the wild. It's a hybrid, most likely between a pomelo and a mandarin, created through centuries of cultivation in southern China. The word orange traces back to the Sanskrit word naranga, meaning orange tree, which passed through Persian and Arabic before landing in Old French as orange. English speakers didn't start calling the color orange until the early 1500s. Before that, the color was described as yellow-red. Navel oranges, the most popular eating variety, are all genetically identical because they can only be reproduced by grafting. Every navel orange you've ever eaten is technically a clone of a single mutant tree found in Brazil in the early 1800s. Lemon. Lemons are also a hybrid that likely originated somewhere in northeastern India. In 1747, a doctor named James Lind ran what's considered one of the first real clinical trials ever, proving that lemons and oranges could cure scurvy, a disease that was actually killing more sailors than enemy ships were. Lemons have also been used as invisible ink for secret messages since ancient Rome and Egypt, since the acid becomes visible when heated. Lemon trees can produce fruit year-round and never fully go dormant, which makes them unusual among fruiting plants. Figs. The fig is stranger than it looks, and it may be the oldest cultivated plant in human history, possibly predating even wheat and barley. Archaeologists found evidence of fig cultivation in the Jordan Valley dating back 11,400 years. Figs aren't technically fruit in the traditional sense. They're inverted flowers called a syconium, and the crunchy bits inside are the actual flowers. The fig is pollinated by a tiny wasp that crawls inside through a small opening, pollinates the flowers, lays eggs, and usually dies inside. Female wasps chew their way out. The fig then produces an enzyme that digests the wasp entirely, so you're not eating wasp parts. Most commercial figs are self-pollinating anyway and don't require wasps at all. Dragon fruit. Dragon fruit, also known as pitaya, actually grows on a cactus and is native to Central America. It was brought to Southeast Asia by French colonizers in the early 1800s. It has since become popular worldwide in smoothies, smoothie bowls, and drink garnishes because of its bright color and refreshing flavor. Vietnam now produces the vast majority of the world's dragon fruit, even though it isn't native there at all.